Okay, so we're at the job site and it's Sunday morning. There's a little break in the rain, so we're going to try to take an opportunity here to move around some of the dirt that has been piled up in the backyard. Actually right here. There's still a bunch of dirt up here because we didn't want to take it off site before knowing if we needed it for backfill. So it's super wet and that sucks. It's just the nature of building in the winter time. It sucks is the theme. And so behind us here you can see that this back wall right here is the back foundation wall, and we've got some insulation there, and we're going to cap off some more insulation at the top there so that the concrete, you know, inside the basement there is a little bit insulated from the outside. And what we have to do today is prepare the ground on the side of the house for the form builders, the concrete form builders, to build their window wells, which will, there's 3 of them, and the window wells need to create a cavity in the earth, subterranean, that you know, will provide light and space for windows in the basement. And I'll show you what those look like right here. So this is one of the areas where a window well is. You can see those 2 shovels is basically right where the window well will be built around. This hole here in the concrete is where there's going to be a window into one of the basement bedrooms, and so they'll build a form all out here, and that will allow for space and light to get in, and you know what a window well looks like most likely. And then all this has to be backfilled because you can see we've been eating into the neighbor's yard, and that's not awesome. And once we get this window well prepared tomorrow, we're gonna have the easy grade people come in again and shoot rock here so that the forms have something really strong to sit on. You can see Brian's firing up the bobcat and he's gonna move dirt around, and Jay's just getting the side prepared here so that we can move dirt by hand. So behind me right here is another window well, and that goes into the garage, and then there's going to be one right here that goes into the garage as well. So there's 2 big windows there because we're built on such a hill that you can really see it's necessary to have these windows in the subterranean area in order to make it feel like it's not a dungeon. And you can also see we've got all the rebar in place, and so there's plastic and then rebar crisscrossed for the slab to be poured, and hopefully we're going to pour the slab on Wednesday this week. We're supposed to have a week of not rain, so that will be awesome. Stu's helping a lot, and Brian's bringing dirt and dumping it right here, and I'm just holding this piece of insulation in place, and the dirt will get shoved into this hole and it will hold the insulation in place. And it's just pretty slow going. This is just so typical of Stu. He just sits here and watches and gets as dirty as he can on the job site. But he's a work dog, so what can you expect? There's Jay digging out the window well. It's a sucky, horrible job. I'm standing in the foundation, and this is the window well that Jay just dug out. And see, it's like super horrible and muddy, but all this is going to be filled with rocks, and we're going to put a drain pipe right here, and then when water comes in to the window well, it drains away, and then all where Jay is standing and shoveling will be more rock. This is the problem with it being so muddy, is Brian's trying to create a path alongside the foundation for those window wells, and he's just slipping and sliding in the mud. So since I'm on the complaint train about why this job sucks, I'm going to try to explain a little bit, of course, why it's so stupid. So right now I'm on the south side of the property, and you can see that our side, which is what I'm pointing to, is a lot higher than this side. And so our plan is to cut down all of this grade that you see behind me that Brian's on the Bobcat with, because it's like artificially built up grade that is not necessary, and we don't want to be higher than the neighbors because then you just have to build more retaining walls. And so that's the south side, but then the north side is over where Jay is, and that side is not artificially different grades. That side is like, we built the wall there that you see the house right here is in part retaining wall because the neighbor's yard is so high over there. So it's just like a lot that's not that awesome in terms of ease, although you can build a lot of retaining walls. And so right now Brian's not looking hopeful. He just gave me a horrible look. And you can see just the muddy muckiness is like not a good thing. Okay, well, I'm back on site this morning. It's Monday. It has finally stopped raining, thank God. And supposedly we'll have a few days of dry weather here, so that should be good for our dirt removal and some concrete pouring. So the outlook is that, well, right now I'm waiting here to meet the concrete form guy, Stefan, and he's going to hopefully do a couple of those window wells that we were talking about yesterday, and also increase the height of this wall right here because it can act as a retaining wall as well as hold up part of the building. So I'm waiting for him, and also getting calls from the concrete slab finisher and concrete pump guy, Mike, who needs to know if we're gonna actually do it on Wednesday, and I can't really tell him if we're gonna do it because I need those forms to be built by Stefan. So this is a lot of what the job is like, is calling one guy and being like, hey, blah, 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 and then calling another guy and being like, hey, blah, 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 and basically maneuvering the schedule and making sure that one guy shows up before the other guy, and that they don't show up at the same time or the opposite times. You know, it's just scheduling basically, and having people do the right things at the right time. So speaking of which, what I'm gonna do right now, just in time for the easy grade guy to arrive, that is the conveyor belt system truck that you saw, I think, in the second video, and that guy's gonna show up and he's gonna shoot gravel onto the far side of this building over here. And the reason is because there's just no way to backfill that side of the house without a hovercraft, basically. So the easy grade is unfortunately a little bit of an expensive option, but it's super efficient, and there's no labor costs with it, so that's cool. And he just shoots it over the wall, and then it's done. And so what I'm gonna do before he gets here is install some perforated pipe along the two side walls of the foundation. It's a second layer of perforated pipe that we're doing because of the window wells. They tend to collect water and when it rains heavily, as it does in Portland. So we're going to put another layer of perforated pipe in those window wells so that when water collects there, it goes out the pipe and drains towards the front of the property. So right now I will put the pipe in a sock, which prevents dirt from getting inside the pipe and just lets water go into the pipe, and then I'll lay it out, and then the rock will go on top of it. This is a classic case of not being prepared for the tiny job. I thought I was going to come here and just lay the perf pipe, and it is a simple task. It's just that I don't have a knife, and I need to cut this sock, and now I'm going to attempt to chew through it with my teeth because I don't have a knife in my truck and I don't have my toolbox or anything, and I thought I would just come here and quickly do this, and I don't have the right things, so. Total score ball. I'm saved by the scissors that we use to cut Stewie's eyeball hair with. Okay, you can see the perforated pipe that I just laid along the north wall, and it's nothing super fancy. It's just a simple way to avoid water from getting on the foundation, and it's a tiny extra step that we try to do because Brian and I both have now seen what happens to houses when you don't protect things like this from water. And since we have the foundation exposed, it seems like a really quick, simple way to try to keep water out of your house.
What are you doing?
You have to say hi. I'm making videos of my construction project.
Oh.
And so
okay.
all the guys that work on site get to say hi.
Hi.
And this is?
I'm Zach with Easy Grade.
Zach from Easy Grade. I've been calling you my Easy Grade guy, so
the Easy Grade
it's nice
guy.
for the audience to know who you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We're not going to be famous, don't worry. So
I'm
Zach,
not going to be on YouTube or anything?
You'll be on YouTube
oh,
for
great.
sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
But not famous.
Well, you never know.
That's true.
If somebody sees this mug, I might be in the movies.
No, that's true, absolutely. So Zach and I are just talking about what we're going to do, what he's going to do really is shoot the rock in this side like we've been talking about, and we'll just see how it goes. Zach was just making fun of me for having a selfie stick. And like I told him, I only have a selfie stick to make these videos. I never take selfies. That's a rule.